The second exercise that I really like to utilize, this can be done with cables, it can be done on an incline bench, it can be done on a flat bench. There's various machines that you could probably find to do this as well, but this is gonna be what's gonna be referred to as like a full range of motion pec fly with an emphasis on staying within an in range for the mobility benefits, and again, building your capacity for strength and power within in ranges of motion, stuff that we don't normally think about when we're doing a lot of, say, partial range of motion stuff, or even just traditional range of motion type flies. Like even if I'm doing a fly, say more bodybuilding style, I have a slight bend in my arms, I'm going out for a decent stretch and I'm coming back to the top. Especially for dumbbells, the main benefit you're gonna get out of it from a tension standpoint is gonna be at the bottom. So for this one, if we're translating it into jiu-jitsu, what I try to focus on is A, keeping the weight really light, B, keeping my arms straight and allowing that weight to load my bicep as it leads into my elbow, my bicep as it leads up into my shoulder as it leads up into my pec. So there's like a triple whammy effect of the different benefits that you can gain from this singular exercise. Again, just like the bicep curl, I'm gonna start almost excessively light, especially when you're in the early stages of this, and especially if you've never really trained yourself this way before. With clients, I've had them do literally their own body weight if they have a injury, or if they're just really stiff, where they might just take their own arm weight and just be very intentful and tensioned and let the weight of their arms load themselves. That's a perfect starting point. It's really down to the individual. But if you are ready for weight, the biggest thing that I say here is A, again, keep the wrist curled, but keep your triceps flexed. And when you're going outward, try to make sure that your wrist stay in line with your shoulder, like so, as opposed to letting it go down or letting it go too far up, just to keep even tension throughout your bicep, shoulder, and pec. So right here in this position is a great stretch. The thing that I want to kind of focus on here, I'm not passively stretching, so I'm not relaxing. I'm actively squeezing every single muscle that's allowing me to hold this position. Now, as far as in-range work is concerned, a traditional fly says I go all the way up to here. But again, with the dumbbells especially, you lose tension at the top, so there's not too much stimulus to gain from this. So instead, I'm gonna focus on keeping this in a lengthened partial range where I go to the very end of however far I can go without pain, hold this position for probably 3 seconds, squeeze through that until I feel the stretch sensation go away, and then I'm right back down in it. Now with this particular movement, I'm not necessarily trying to hit failure by any means. I'm more so just going for general activation and making sure that these muscles are staying in a stretched state for as long as possible. Again, accumulating time in an in range. So you have the benefit of loading the stretch, very similar to a lot of the stuff that Phil does. The benefit of loading a stretch position so that you're able to then open up to get the potential to add the range of motion, but then put strength behind it so that you can produce force if you ever have to, say, again, hold out for an arm bar in competition, hold out to tap so that they don't break your elbow, or potentially hold out so that you can hit a hitchhiker escape or what have you, or even do a human curl to bring your grip back together if you're strong enough to do that. You have potential to do all these various things when you start loading these various unpredictable, unconventional ranges of motion.
Nice. I told you he's solid, man. Yeah, easy work. People don't
got it from Phil.
He don't talk. You get it from me. He had that shit.
Every night I go home.
No.
I go to my room.
Don't do that. Keep that in there too, by the way.
Yeah.
Keep that in. Hey, see that? Professional.
I hit the notification bell on Phil's channel. It always pops up at 11:30 at night. Always when I'm home alone. But regardless, great content on the channel, Phil. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Brother,
I love this guy. If you guys are in Austin, Texas, feel free to give me a shout out if you're in the area. Phil and I hopefully will be getting together a little bit more in the future.
Definitely.
This is a big brother to me. He's one of the best people that I've ever met. And honestly, in the fitness industry itself, I worked with a lot of high-level individuals. Phil is by far the person I feel like I've resonated with the most, connected with the best, and it has inspired me to actually do the same thing he's done for his company and his business, for my business as well, and for my best friend.
Man, stop, man. You making me blush, man. All right. No, I appreciate it, brother.
Love you, bro. Thank you.
All right. So, How Strong on Instagram and the YouTube channel too as well.
Yeah, JimmyHouse on YouTube, TheJimmyHouse on Twitch, JimmyHouse on TikTok, and Coach
Twitch. I forgot about that.
Twitch. and Coach Jimmy House on Instagram.
All right, you want to punch it out? You know how to do it? You know how to do it.
Until next time, guys, Jimmy House, out!
Oh.